Hey guys, happy Valentine's Day. I just thought I'd do something special for you guys. I went to Home Goods and I got that cute little pillow. It's a love bug. I always call these guys love bugs. I just thought that'd be fun. And guess what else I found? You're going to hear playing in this video. Trust me. Look at, because I got the kitties some toys too, of course. Look at how cute this is. Lady in the Tramp cuddling with love on the other side. This could be like a juice or wine glass. And these guys with the noodle. That scene with the noodle. And then a littler love on the other side. Oh my gosh, that was really fun to get out and go looking for some fun stuff, you know. So yay, and it smells incredible in here. Oh my gosh, I could like eat my place. Okay. Somebody's ready to go outside their comfort zone. Somebody's ready to start giving back. Somebody wants to give back to you. Somebody, I see magic, like somebody wants to create some magic. They may be having to travel to you. Wanting to, they corrected me, wanting to travel to you. They're not there. They've got people around them that are opposing your connection. So maybe that's what's been holding them back and why it's really difficult for them to go past their comfort zone. So, that's funny. Playfulness should come up. He's going to take a playful approach with you. Oh, I feel like he can't, like he stutters over his words, or he has a hard time expressing himself in front of you, or he anticipates he's going to be like, blah, 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 like trying to talk to you. He's been a little afraid that you're going to break his heart. So that's one of the things that's held him back as well. He may have also had to break away from a relationship to come forward to you. He's been holding back, over fear of getting hurt. He's like afraid of rejection, or afraid that like once you know more about him, you may not be so crazy about him. It's making me think of a particular couple, and they're just the perfect example. She's always telling him how much she loves him, and he's like, why do you love me so much? Like, I don't understand. She's like, I don't know. It's not, and everyone feels that way. When you found a true love, you're always going to feel undeserving, or feel like, oh my gosh, like why do they like me so much? Why do they like me so much, But this person's ready for commitment. They're ready for commitment, and they're ready to reconcile with you. They have a bunch of regret over what's happened between you guys, and they want to heal it with some good old-fashioned communication, some good, healthy communication. They're also having to let go of control issues. So maybe they were just really being, I feel like, actually, oddly enough, I feel like it had to do with maybe work, like putting work first, or how you would affect their work. Ooh, the heater just like shut off. Yeah, but they had their friends help them through that. They talked that their friends helped them sort that out. Okay, so it looks like they're ready to go forward. Let's check with what Kuan Yin would say to them right now, or is saying to them right now. Okay. Kuan Yin, what are you saying to this masculine? Ooh, records of you. He's been going through memories, like pictures of you, videos, recordings, like maybe your play, like he's just been like, I feel like him diving in and kind of like even crying, like letting the whole thing, like letting the whole thing play out in his mind, like from beginning to end, like how you guys met, or how this evolved for you guys. what mistakes they made and what path they went down, but in such a way that they really feel for you. They finally actually feel what it must have been like for you. And they're having empathy. They're finally having some compassion. Before, they may have been shutting it out because they just didn't want to see it because it would hurt too much. But they're like ready to, I just looked at my two glasses, like they're ready to cheers, they're ready to clink the glasses and have a celebration. Your path is before you now. Even if you sometimes lack confidence to trust in the path that you're upon, know this: you cannot miss your destiny. I shall guide your feet and inspire your heart to keep you true to your rightful divine life path. Trust me, trust yourself, and take your journey now. Wow. And then I just saw the King of Swords in my head. So, and I feel like it's the King of Swords that's certain, and he wants to speak from integrity and truth and even honor. Yeah, it's a beautiful feeling. It's a beautiful feeling. What else do you want to say to your feminine? What else do you want to say? Yeah, he hated himself so much. He was so angry with himself for what he did that he was just like, let me go, like being a martyr. Just let me go. Just let me go. Cause I can't even, no, you can't, how can you love me? How can you love me? So that's like the theme of him and you, but, it's just like that couple I was talking about, just like, how is it that you can love me? And the thing is that your divine partner, if you're a masculine listening to this and this resonates for you, your divine partner loves you just because, just like you love them just because. And trust me, if you guys were on the other side of things, you would have done something similar if you had, well, if you were in the feminine spot. So maybe you wouldn't have, but but however, they are there to show you how to love yourself. They're there to love you unconditionally. And it's not even I don't even know if it's feeling like indebted or like it's designed that way, you guys. It's designed that way. You're supposed to somehow, and I've said this for so long, you guys, the masculines always do something to screw it up for the feminines. At some point in time, they reject them. They friend zone them. They say insulting things. They date someone else. It's like, but don't blame yourself for that because it's just part of your evolution. It's what you're just supposed to do. And if your feminine has been following me, I've been helping them understand that, So do not beat yourself up. Know that was all a part of your education. Your feminines went through it too with karmic people of the past. But this masculine's been daydreaming about you, feminine, all the time, all the time. And they can't wait to see what it'll really be like to actually be with you. So they're going to reach out when they're ready. They may not be ready on Valentine's Day, but they're really wanting to reach out to you as soon as they feel ready. They're also wondering, they're a little bit concerned that you might be seeing somebody else. And I know a lot of feminines right now have kind of given up after the new year. If nothing happened, it's like, or maybe they did choose someone else or something like that. But, they just said too that they're feeling really, really, you may be feeling their sexual vibes. You may be feeling some passion coming from them. And if you've been feeling that, that's just this is confirmation that this is your guy. This is your masculine, because he's been sending those vibes to you, whether he's conscious of it or not. He's been thinking of you so strongly, daydreaming about you so strongly that you're feeling that. Yeah, he's really worried you're seeing someone else. You may have also said something to him that made him his wheels really turn. So he may have been defensive for a bit and backed off, but he's not going anywhere. He says he loves you. And he knows if he continues to ignore you, he's going to lose you, potentially to this other person. Yeah, his job has been a priority, but he's going to start making room for you in his life now. He's learning he's learning balance. He's learning that you can have a balance in all these different areas of your life. You don't have to choose one thing over another. You can just figure out a way to balance it all out. But he also wants to serve justice to you, because he said on a platter. He just said on a platter, justice on a platter, because he really wants to make you feel a lot better about how things went down and how things can unfold from here with sincerity and integrity. Okay. He's asking you to please keep sending him messages like on your social media and stuff, just to encourage him and to let him know also that you're not seeing someone else. And he's saying, trust me, I have a plan. I know what I'm doing and I'm coming for you. Just a little bit more time, please. Okay, so that was one of the masculines. All right. Okay, who's next? What's this masculine have to say this Valentine's Day? He said, you make me hot under the collar. Hot under the collar. Oh, he's saying, please pray for me. I sure could use it. I can feel when you send me prayers and speak to me telepathically. It's so cool. So, it's funny because he feels like he's been people pleasing for too long, and it's time that he get a backbone. He's also wondering if you're seeing someone else. You know, both of these masculines are probably thinking you're maybe on a date with someone else for Valentine's Day. Maybe they were afraid of getting rejected, so they didn't even reach out. They're going to wait and see if they hear anything on your social media. I love my life. Oh my gosh, if you could just see this cuteness. I'm looking over at Annie in the mirror, and she's like just laying there with the cutest look on her face. Yeah, he's also afraid that, you know, that you're maybe daydreaming about a life with him that's unrealistic, that may not be what he's actually about or what he's really like or what it would really be like. The only way to find that out is to actually have some communication, right? Just to actually get to know each other better. But I mean, the feminines, it's not unrealistic expectations. They just love you. It's not that you just get away with anything. I mean, they're going to have issues and triggers and things just like anybody else. It's not like they'll just be like, oh, go ahead and do whatever you want and I'm going to be okay with it. No. They're not pushovers. They're in their power. You know, a lot of these women are empresses. You know, they're queens. They're not going to put up with that. You start treating them bad and they're going to be out of there fast. So trust me, do not look a gift horse in the mouth, in the sense that, you know, if she provides you an opportunity to have a nice, candid, heart-to-heart conversation, you've got that chance. But don't be, you know, testing that out by pushing the boundaries to see what you can get away with. This is your time to step it up and be mature and to really give it your all. I'm afraid I'll push you away out of feeling unworthy. Let me work on loving myself. I know I can do this. I really don't want to lose you. So, you know, it's just part of the evolution that these guys have to go through. He knows you're his ultimate dream come true. He knows you guys can make money together, that you guys could have success, a dog, cat, house, everything that you've ever wanted, an ultimate fulfillment, and then some. He's actually feeling pretty optimistic about you guys having an abundant life together. In fact, he believes even beyond the karmics that he's had in the past. Like he's never believed so much in anybody. He's just trying to figure out, he's scrambling for the best possible way to reach out and give back to you. So he also wants to give back to you. He realizes there's a deficit there. Yeah, see, look at this. 10 of cups and 10 of coins. And wow. Are you kidding me right now? He's totally going to get in his power soon, and it's going to, like, everything's going to line up for him. And it's like the emperor is somebody who, he takes the reins. He's not dealing, he's going from the people pleasing, and all of a sudden it's like in the blink of an eye, he's in his power. He's just like, you know what, I'm done. I'm tired of this. I'm sick of being stuck. I'm sick of letting everybody else tell me what I can and can't do, and forget about it. So he's breaking free of whatever it was that was holding him back. He's like gonna blast you away. He's gonna blast you away. That's that same card that I already read. So I'll get another one though. Yeah, he wants this new love. He wants a new opportunity to love. He wants to love more intimately. He wants to love more vulnerably. He wants to, like, open up his heart like never before. He's got faith in this, that this is his path, that this is his destiny. You guys have this insane chemistry, and he cannot wait to talk to you and have a heart-to-heart conversation. Okay, so what does Kuan Yin want to say to him, to this masculine right now? Look for signs. I've been speaking to you through signs in the world and feelings in your heart. Can you hear my reassuring voice? When you ask me for a sign, I give it. Notice what is happening in the world around you. Take comfort and believe. So if you're seeing those signs and synchronicities, masculines, that's your answer. You got to act on it. You can't just sit there. You got to connect with your feminine. Becoming friends with yourself. Maybe that's what's helped you get through this and the people pleasing. Why not give up trying to punish, push, or force your body? When you push, resistance is created. It's not defiance, it's natural law. This can make life harder than it needs to be. Instead, why not explore and find a way to relate to your body as a friend? Friendship is one of life's pleasures. Why was that it seemed kind of like a weird word for a minute. So he's learning to go with the flow. He's learning to not resist. He finally surrendered, and he got fed up is what I'm hearing. He got fed up. Anything else? Okay. Yeah, there's that regret. And it's like he's choosing to get over his fears and insecurities. I just got addiction. This one also has people around opposing. This masculine though feels like he's got people with other agendas that they want him to do something else that will benefit them. So he's got to like put his blinders onto other people. And I feel like also he's got to look at the glass as half full and not half empty. He's learning to have a more optimistic attitude, basically, is what this masculine feels like. He's learning to take the reins back. He's learning that he is the master of his own life, and he's creating his own reality. And that's going to cause him to walk away from all those nasty people who are just being selfish, narcissistic, and he's walking to you with probably an apology or some other type of heartfelt expression, something romantic, something kind, something like offering for you to get up on his horse and go with him. Just reciprocating those feelings. He knew it was just a matter of divine timing when he was going to step in his power and take the lead with integrity. And he is ready to do that. He's ready to do that. Yes. In victory. He's going to feel victorious when he's able to do this. So, all right. Next. All right. Masculine number 3, please. Where's this masculine at right now, please? Oh, interesting. They want me to actually start with a Kuan Yin card this time. Okay. This one's unreachable. This one's been unreachable, like almost impossible to get a hold of, like completely. He's like been in Fort Knox, they're saying. He's been totally in Fort Knox. Growing towards rebirth. It's easy to love the butterfly, a symbol of hope and emergence into a new life. The path of the caterpillar may seem somewhat less blessed, yet without the caterpillar, the butterfly cannot be. So in other words, he may be feeling like really like unhappy with the transition that he might have been going through all this time. And he's just seeing it as ugly, but he doesn't realize that it's actually forming him into the beautiful butterfly or peacock that he's going to be soon. Accept that which is ending so that you can open up and receive that which is beginning. This is the flow of life. So maybe he still has yet to get rid of something in his life, to end something, to really give himself closure, permission to move on without guilt. And then he's going to get to hustling after you. He said the signals he's sending out on his social media are for your eyes only, he promises. They're not for anyone else. Again, each one of these masculines feels like you think they're somebody that they're not. It's like, no, you must be kidding. It's like looking. Okay, I'm going to tell you guys a story that's really funny. Something similar. When I was in the masculine's position, same thing. It's not a gender thing. A guy walks into the bar. This is not a joke though. I was dancing on the dance floor in Bozeman, Montana. And this guy comes in, gorgeous guy. I mean, a 10. And I was like, wow, holy cow. I mean, like just his persona, like everything about him. He was just like, whoa, the kind of guy that when you walk in the room, it's like kind of takes you back. So I was out on the dance floor and I'm dancing, and he sits down and he's watching me. And I just kept looking around, like, who's he looking at? I just couldn't believe that it was me, and he was a lot younger. He was probably 15 years younger or something. So I just kept looking. Now he kept staring at me. And then I finally went over to get a drink, and he's like, come here. I was like, no. And he's like, what? It's the perfect story for Valentine's Day because it's so sweet. He's like, come here. So he had to seriously talk me into it because I was so skeptical. I was like, I don't know, whatever you're selling, I'm not buying it. So I sit down with him and he says, you're going to think I'm absolutely crazy, but I'm going to say it. Now, remember, I'm the masculine. He's the feminine, right? You're going to think I'm totally crazy, but I got to tell you what's on my heart. And I said, what? And he says, you're the love of my life. You're the love of my life. And I was just looked at him like, are you insane? What is wrong with you? Like, are you crazy? And he says, please just humor me, please. And he said, I was at home with my girlfriend and I had this really strong feeling, intuition, those feminines. I had this really strong feeling to go down to this bar in particular and that I was going to meet the love of my life at this bar tonight, right now, if I go. And he listened and he went and he walked in the door and he saw me and he said, that's her, period. He was completely 100% convinced. I couldn't even believe it. It was like winning the lottery. And I was just laughing, going, oh, no, we could never, like, total masculine here. No, we could never. You're 15 years younger. You're gorgeous. You're like, how could I ever, like, what in the, no. I said, you probably play video games and I'm all spiritual and stuff. And no, the masculines really try to make they really accentuate or exaggerate the differences between you, so they get really, they get really caught up in that. Any excuse not to be with you because they're so scared to get hurt. And I was so petrified. But yeah, he was just, he just sat there and convinced me. He just kept saying, all right, I don't care. Like, yes, I watch video games. Yes, I smoke pot. I do that stuff, but he was like, I'm so serious. Like, go home right now, grab a stack of books, of spiritual books, give them to me. I will study them. I will study every one of them to prove to you that I can do this, that I can be your person. And I was just like, oh my gosh. So a lot of us have been the masculine and the feminine. We've experienced all of that. But, even I was in that situation too, where I was just like, no, you can't be talking about me. And everywhere we went, I was so intimidated because I was just like, oh my gosh, people are gonna like wonder why I'm with him. It's so lucky to be with this guy, you know? But we do that to ourselves. We do that to ourselves. I didn't love myself enough. So, and he ended up dying, just to give you like the end of the story. We never ended up being able to be together, like, you know, long-term be together. But it's a long story, but a very, very sweet story. Okay, so this masculine's also asking for us to pray for him. Always got to take care of a child matter right now. He said he can't move forward till it's taken care of. Okay, so he might be going through like a custody battle, or he feels like if he dates you, it's going to pose a problem with the ex. Like the ex is going to make his life hell. So, okay, so he says that he's really working on getting a backbone so he can tell like really give it to her and just you know, set really strong boundaries. He's been seeing that you've been sending him things like putting out little pings is what I call them, like little signals that you are interested in him or that you love him or that he's still on your mind and things like that. He appreciates that. He says that he's problem solving. It feels like he's problem solving to try to figure out how to get away from his karmic. See, and even like back in that situation, I mean, he took like 2-3 months to figure out how to get out of that situation because he was pretty much in a prearranged marriage. I mean, he was an American, but I mean, since they were born, they were best friends, and everybody anticipated and thought that they were going to get married someday, you know, since they were little. So all of their families and big families were just, you know, assuming they'd get married. And he was about to until he met me. And then it turned everything around. But you can imagine how hard he had to work to, you know, try to dismantle that whole thing. So he says, I wish you knew, because he just can't tell you because he's just all locked up in that situation. I wish you knew just how special you are to me. It kills me not to be able to tell you. I promise I'll make this up to you. Please be patient with me. So he's asking for you to give him just a bit more time while he figures out what's, you know, he has some trips planned. Like he has some things that he'd like to do with you, some places he'd like to take you. He's got some goals already set up for you guys. How sweet. But he has to get over a roadblock. He said it's a significant roadblock. Yeah, so he's just gotta fight that person off. He's just gotta fight them off because he knows he belongs with you. And he's gonna try to reach out to you. I think he's been being urged intuitively to reach out to you. How is that? Oh, he's feeling you, like he's feeling you telepathically. Oh, he's feeling your sadness and your pain. He's like, I can't believe I'm doing this to her. And just because he's calling himself a bad word, he's like, just because, you know, basically he's saying, just because I'm a coward, I'm putting her through this. She's never going to forgive me. They all feel that way. Okay, so he really does want to get up the courage to reconcile with you and finally get back to you and get up that courage for that new beginning. And I feel like the cat's out of the bag. That cat, it's out of the bag. Like he's finally just going to say it. He's just going to tell her or tell everybody. And I just saw yes with that. He's surrendering. He's going to surrender and he's going to be victorious in this passionate new start that he's been wanting for so long. If work has been a burden for him or not having enough money or whatnot, maybe that's what he needs to do is like get out of a feeling of lack or get out of a situation of lack to where he has more money. Maybe he's staying with the karmic because he kind of relies on her for money. But when he comes forward, he's going to come forward just swiftly and he's going to want commitment and or marriage. So All right, let's look at some romance cards for this masculine. Oh, he just said, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. He goes, I'm so mad at myself. I don't even know. Like, how could you want me? He's been calling you in, though. He's been using his manifestation abilities. Like he's been meditating about you or using the law of attraction or something like that. He's just been picturing and imagining, see how he's like, how she is. See, we're talking about he and she gender. Like, so it's like he's been like that girl, like, please, God, please just take this burden from me. Please. I want to reconcile with my love, with the person I truly want to be with very soon. So if you don't hear from him today, which you might, because we saw that Page of Pentacles, it's possible that that one might actually reach out with a little playful message, something sweet, just to let you know that he loves you and to keep you feeling optimistic about your connection. So, and because he feels so much passion for you, he wants you so bad, but he's just having a rough time, a rough go of it is what he just said. I'm having a rough go of it right now. Okay, what does Kuan Yin have to say about this? Dream your dreams. Trust that your desires in your heart are placed there lovingly by the universe. You're meant to dream of what you dream. So the universe is trying to assure him that this is your destiny. This is what you were meant to do. This is what you were meant to be. So, oh yeah, look at that. I was talking about him manifesting. I just got magic of the moon to manifest. Just as the light of the moon ebbs and flows, all things happen according to a timing that benefits the greater garden of life. How short-lived that garden would seem if all flowers bloomed at once and then it was over. As the next moon grows full, set your intention. Your time for blossoming is near. All right, Spirit. So what can we say to the feminines of these masculines right now? Have patience, obviously, but they're saying stay in the moment. If you stay in the moment, then you don't need patience, believe it or not. If you're that interested and that immersed in staying in the moment that you forget all time, you forget the past, you forget the future, and you're just totally surrendered in the moment. They want you to forgive him for leaving you out in the cold. They want you to work on how that made you feel and get over any kind of resentment or anger or upset with him. Yeah, they want you to they don't want you to then self-sabotage. They want the sabotage to end at what the masculine has done. It ends there. So you're going to have to be vulnerable when he finally reaches out. You're going to have to give a second chance and be like the leader when it comes to like showing how it's done to forgive. And for yourself, to love yourself enough to forgive. Now, that doesn't mean that you have to be with him if he's done something bad enough, or you discover that he's like a false twin flame because he just seems to have no empathy whatsoever. It doesn't feel like any of these masculines today are like that. They're saying just have unwavering faith that you guys are going to be going to the next level and most likely be getting married. So, yeah, I feel like some of you are actually going to have some competition. You're going to have to, there might be a couple, one is going to win and two might walk away. You might have three contenders. And it's because you're so compassionate, loving, and beautiful, and you'd make an incredible mother. Or, I mean, it could be like that, just that motherly, nurturing, beautiful energy that you offer, and they feel the same about you as you feel about them, and you bring out the softer side of them, the intuitive side of them. You bring out the very best in them, a side of them that they may not have ever even shown before. I think that when they start dating you, which feels like they will for these ones that I've been talking about, when they start dating, I feel like people are going to notice. They're going to be like, oh my God, like they're going to think that you changed them. Like, oh, that you were never like this before. And now all of a sudden you're all about spirituality, or you were never like this before. You would never do da, 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 da. Like it's a bad thing, but it's actually you finally having permission to be yourself. So, okay. Wow. Wow. Who's saying he's going to stop ignoring you? He's going to stop ignoring you, and there's going to be a passionate, whole new life opening up for you guys. Just keep balanced so that he's balanced as well, because your energy affects him or her. It could be vice versa, but just keep yourself balanced and unstoppably going forward in your own life and your own success and your own happiness. Just go do you the best you can. Just know that this is your true love. Just be clear about that. You're going to have that communication come in, and it's going to come in very quickly. Everything's going to line up for you guys. So just sit there in your queen energy and your intuitive energy. Just be soft and gentle with yourself, kind and loving to yourself. Think abundant thoughts. Don't be in lack, and don't be in hiding either. And don't be playing games. Be really honest with yourself, and stay open to other options as well. I always say that. If somebody's thrown you a loop over Valentine's Day, or maybe you find out they've been, maybe they started dating somebody else or something like that, they said, don't worry. Maybe justice will be served, and they're going to make an about face and come back to you. Holy cow. So that's just for some of you. That's not everybody. They're going to judge themselves because they know they have unfinished business with you, and that they cut you out because you were this flourishing, successful, incredible woman that they didn't feel deserving of. You're everything they've ever wanted in a woman, ever. So don't let them fool you, even if they're putting up some kind of some of them might put up pretend to be happy, pretend to be dating somebody and everything going great. But if you do cards for them that day, you're going to find guilt in there. You're going to find that he feels terrible putting that out there. And sure enough, he's going to come around to you again. So don't despair. Watch my video when your divine masculine throws you a curveball, if that's the case. Whatever heartbreak happens, it's because they just didn't value themselves enough. They just didn't feel worthy of you. They do want to reconcile and have that communication, though. And they do want to balance out, and maybe they'll do that in person, taking some kind of a road trip or traveling to come see you. So maybe they're stuck wherever they are, and maybe, somebody encouraged them to go on some kind of date with somebody or something like that for some of you. And so they're just kind of obliging. They're not really into the person. So don't let it fool you. Any other messages for the feminines that are watching this? I just feel like some of your masculines just feel unstoppable. Like they will cross that finish line. They're really determined. Aww. See, they're going to be celebrating when they offer their love to you, when they offer their heart to you. And I feel like they're going to have their heart on their sleeve because they really want this happy family with you. They want to be happy and fulfilled with you. So they know that you're a gift from God, and they're not about to let it slip by. And they're really unhappy with the way that they've been ignoring you. They're not happy with that either. So they are going to manifest. They're going to get strength. And they're going to have the integrity to be loyal to you and faithful to you and come to you and take action. What is that card that's peeking out? Yeah, they're throwing anybody toxic is going out of their lives, and that person, they're transforming, and they're going to go toward that person that they feel is like a kindred spirit, the person they cannot get off their minds. And they're working very, very hard to have that victory and come rushing in and speak their truth to you. So basically, don't worry about it. If you didn't hear from him this Valentine's Day, don't even worry about it. He's still on his way. He just might have some unresolved issues that he needs to take care of. And if he has reached out to you, you may not even be watching this, because you'll be so excited at what's going on that it's like you don't need the encouragement. So this is probably all for those of you who are in separation. Ooh, Lordy. We have a wedding coming. I even feel like some of them were waiting purposely to not do something on Valentine's Day. because like I said, they were trying to see if maybe you were seeing someone, and if they find out that you weren't, and they don't see any pictures posted and they don't see any kind of news announced, then they are going to come for you. They know that you are their true love, and they are going to free themselves, and they are going to express their love to you very soon. So, oh, the path of true love. Okay, guys, true love at the bottom again. So I hope this encourages you, keeps you going, gives you a little hope that this is going to get resolved. It's not going to linger. You might hear some news of the breakup. So this might actually be news if your person is a celebrity or something, but it could also be that they let you know, hey, guess what? I broke up with my person. I'm available, or I will be available, and I'm ready to go forward with you and balance out all that's gone on and have a fresh new start. And I couldn't stop thinking about you the whole entire time, and it drove me crazy till I finally cut that person out, and I was spying on you too. So, of course, and he's got unwavering faith, and he's going to fight for you, whatever he's got to do. I feel like some of them even have they're just working on like a cleanup job on some things in their lives before they can, what was that? Some of them are either planning to move to a new location. I think a lot of the masculines right now that I'm feeling either want to move in with you or want you to move in with them. It's like going to go very quickly, and they're getting ready for that. Yeah. But they know they need to apologize to crack the seal in a way, you know. They know that's the beginning of everything they need to do. And as much as they dread doing that, they also know that they got to just rip the Band-Aid off. They got to rip the Band-Aid off, and they've got to, they don't want to waste any more time. Okay, you guys, if your masculine did not do anything today, then I hope that you do something very sweet for yourself. Light some candles, take a nice bath, drink some wine, have some chocolates, treat yourself really special like you wish that he would. It's not going to be too much longer till he's actually doing something to make up for all of this. Okay, guys, I'll talk to you later. Bye. If you like my videos, please like, subscribe, and share them with your friends. Also, feel free to join me at patreon.com/Amy Satori, where I post monthly energy readings, pick a decks, and other goodies for members only, including discounts for readings and being entered to win a free reading at the end of the year. Memberships start as low as $5.55 a month. Sometimes I even put my free collective love readings on Patreon first before uploading them here to YouTube. You can check the description of my videos for the most up-to-date information.